Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's Perspective for Thursday, September 27th. Okay, I distinctly remember the calendar turning to the beginning of September. This weekend is it, and we are rolling into the last quarter. The last quarter, it will be October. And you know the end of the year just flies by with all the holidays and events and everybody preparing for a new year. And so I am here with you for a few moments simply to say or remind you our choices, our successes in life have more to do with our choices than our circumstances. Our upward mobility and a happier, joy-filled, peace-filled life have more to do with our choices than our situations. And so I just want to remind you that I was working with middle school and high school students whom I love dearly this past weekend, and we were talking about choices and the fact that we all have them. And the older you get, the more choice you have in controlling your own life. Now, when you're young, when you're little, you know, your choices are limited. None of us have a choice as to who our parents will be or where we'll be born or when we will be born, what circumstances we will be born into. All of us are equal in that thought process or in that reality that we don't get a lot of choices when we are first here. If you're a 2-year-old and you really don't want to go with me, that's not a big argument. I will simply pick you up and take you with me. It's not, we'll have to debate. We'll have to argue about that. It's not even a long discussion. I just pick you up and away we go. The older we get, we're given the privilege to make more choices that will impact our lives and those around us. And so the only point I want to leave with you today is that even when the choice is hard, even when the choice is difficult, it is still a choice. And too often, I have no idea what is going on with Facebook. I don't know. So we're just going to keep it moving. Maybe I'm not in the right spot. That has happened to me before. Maybe I am wrong. So here's the deal. Even when it is a difficult decision, it's still a decision that you get to make. It's still a choice. Too often when we have to choose between a good choice and a gooder choice, that is so grammatically correct. When we have the opportunity to choose between two good choices, not good and evil, that's easy, not black and white, not right or wrong. Those are clear cut. Those are easy to distinguish. But when you have two good decisions or two difficult decisions that still must be made, the choice is still yours to make. Sometimes, too often, we hear, I just couldn't do it. I didn't have a choice. I did not have a choice. Did you see what I was left with? And when we peel that thing back, it's the fact that they were difficult choices, not impossible, and we're not relieved of the burden to make the decision. Even when the choices are difficult, we still have the privilege to choose, and our success, the aftermath, the end result will be on us. That end result is still going to be left in our lap because we were given the privilege, we were given the responsibility, we were given the weight to carry to make that decision. And so I just, again, it's not earth-shattering news, but when we want to change, when we want more, we have to make the decision to change. Good morning. Good morning, Erlene and Elliot out there, and Brian, Super Brian. So change depends on us. And just because it is difficult, just because it's strenuous, just because it takes you outside of your comfort zone does not mean I just didn't have any choice. I didn't have any kind of choices. You just had a difficult choice to make, but the choice was still left to you. Okay, the change will be dependent upon you. We're no longer in that state of you're 2 years old, you don't want to go to the grocery store with me and we have to go, so I'm just going to pick you up and take you. We're beyond that. We're well past that. We are now at a state in our life, at a season in our life, when we recognize, when we are aware that our change is dependent on us. Our mobility, these better relationships that you want with your children, with your coworkers, with your spouse, with your siblings, with your parents, you have a role to play in that. Just like I have a role to play in if I have ragged relationships, I have a role to play in that. I have nothing to do with that. That is all her. She just acts every time I come around her and I try, she just, peel that thing back. Peel that thing back. There are always two people. So two people contribute to the strong, beautiful relationship that is loving and healthy, or two people contribute to the breakdown and the destruction of the relationship. Your finances out of control, your health out of control, your spiritual life is out of control, your career off the rails. You have a role to play in that. And just because it is a difficult decision does not mean that you don't have the decision to make. Okay, so that's all I want to leave with you today. Make it a very thoughtful Thursday today. Make it a thoughtful Thursday. Life is a process of adjusting and readjusting priorities. Long distance high five, right? Very, very well said. And throughout life, we will do that. I always can tell what we value, because we will put the energy, we will put the time, we will put the resources into what we value. Okay, I am hopeful that you value change enough, strengthening enough, challenge enough to do what needs to be done, even when it's difficult. Okay, that is my offering to you. Share the video out. And until next time, I take real good care of yourselves. I'll see you Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 a.m. Pacific, for all the early birds out here with me. Take good care of yourself and make the change, even the difficult change, even the difficult choice.